Hi, this is Valerie and this is Dashly YouTube channel. This video is for those great marketers who have been appointed as a team lead. Congratulations! Today I'm happy to introduce Greg.
Hi.
So Greg is a marketing team lead in Dashly. Well, our channel is actually filled with all these secrets and hacks for marketing, but we still haven't had a single conversation with a person who is over all the marketing activities and has a great helicopter view on that. So Greg is going to answer a few of my questions and share some of his secrets from his background and his experience. Let's start. So Greg, you are a marketing team lead. Tell me please, what is the first thing you typically do once you are appointed as a team lead in a new team?
I think the first step for a marketing team lead is communication with all teams which you will work together. For us, it means it's a sales team and the product team and support team. And of course, it's analytics and all infrastructure teams.
All right. I've always told that marketing is in the center of all the company's activities. So definitely you're going to communicate with all the teams in a company, right?
Yeah. You need to understand how company work and how infrastructure work, how you teammate communicate, what's the relationship between them. You need to understand which teams is a client team for you and for what team you are client. For example, if you work with sales team in B2B, you need to prepare all sales decks, all presentations, and the main role is sales, and sales waiting how you help for his team.
So which means the sales team is ordering something from you and you are delivering the results to the sales. Okay.
And sometimes it's different. For example, you know that your customers of your services need to special functionality, special featuring. You can be a client for a product team, for a developer team, and deliver all new functionality for your clients. Firstly, you need to understand which role of marketing team in company and what responsibility for marketing is its core expertise.
Your goal right now is to understand the structure of the communication in the company, but you're dividing this communication into two baskets. So one basket is the customers and other basket is people who are delivering the results to the customers. How do you understand which team belongs to which type of basket?
Firstly, I'm trying to understand the funnel and what customers await from our services. For example, if we know that our customers, it's really busy guys and they not reading any blogs and platforms, working with assistants. I think that in this way, sales team will be a main core team for, and marketing will be a helper team. Because the core communication is the sales, because it's calls, it's demo, and something like this one. I think it's a funnel of communication and channels of communication. And the second part, what I really try to check, it's how many information team have. For example, if you work with clients, like a marketing team, you know much more than developers because you have a really close communication with the team. Yeah, and it means I have more feedback from our clients and I need to deliver it for developer and product team.
As far as I understand, your philosophy is based on the following. So there is communication in the company and all this communication is around the customers.
Yeah, of course. The customers is the center of every company, every business.
So once this web of communication is drawn somewhere in Miro, somewhere else, it is definitely time to make the second step. And what is that?
I have a connection with all team. And second step for marketing team lead is understanding the funnel of your buyers, the buyer's journey map. Why is important and why you need to do it firstly after a communication. You need to understand what channels you will use for communication. You need to understand on what devices, artifacts you can influence. It makes for your team and for you the full view of the funnel and all hypotheses how you can change it. Because firstly, you need to understand it's what kind of steps in your funnel. And for me, for example, ICP criteria or go-to-market strategy is just part of buyer journey map. It's just a way to describe it. I think second point, it's to build and to describe the buyer journey map and which team of your team work on it. For example, do you have a search engine optimization team? Do you have a design team? Do you have a product marketing team? And on which steps of buyer journey map which team can be influenced? Yeah, I mean.
Right. There are probably quite many of the ways to define the buyer journey map.
Yeah.
What is yours?
Firstly, you need to visit your website. You need to communicate with your sales team, like a client, and you need to check all your articles, I don't know, blog, maybe your landing page, and try to save all with part of buyer journey. And second, I think you need to check all things what you have in your team. For example, you have a presentation, sales deck, maybe it can be scripts for sales team. You need to check everything what you have.
So you mean to say, like, with blank mind, you imagine you are a customer of your product or your services and you start walking through all the steps yourself.
Yeah.
While that, you put down some notes and
Yeah.
then you analyze it.
Yeah, and I can give one more advice. If you don't work in e-commerce, for example, if you work in SaaS platforms or you work with business services, I think you need to make 2, 3, 4, 5 deals by yourself. And it's really help to understand what your customer really needs. Because again, we center of the customer needs, and the customer needs is the center of our businesses. And for marketing, firstly, you need to understand it. How you can understand it on the best way is communicate and speak with customers, and the best way is to make the deal.
Right, right. So once the buyer journey map is built, you start working on this, right?
Yeah.
Is that actually the basis of all the marketing activities and all the tasks you're going to have throughout the OKR period, for example, or throughout the year? Like, I imagine a situation, you have a meeting or you have a sprint planning, for example, and definitely all the activities you discuss with your team are around the buyer journey map.
Yeah.
Please correct me if I'm wrong.
It's like a fundamental things for your team, like a go-to-market strategy. Go-to-market strategy should not describe any hypothesis, not describe any scripts or something like this one, but you cannot write scripts without a go-to-market strategy.
Right.
Yeah, and you cannot work without it. It's like your oxygen for your team.
Yeah. So, like, I was thinking about a cornerstone, but oxygen sounds much better, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other secret you can share with our audience about being a great marketing team lead?
Okay, I think the team lead roles, it's a support roles for his team. I think you should be a leader, the best expert in your team, but the most important thing, you need to help each person in your team to achieve their goals.
Do you set the goals together with the people, or?
Yeah. I think the team lead can help to understand which the most important part of working, part of your tasks, and help to concentrate the strength of people, all tasks, all hypotheses in one way.
Right. Do you divide the goals into the personal goals, like the ones that are connected with the career ladder, and also the goals that are connected with the company's goals?
It's difficult because if your career goal not connected with company goal, I think you need to change the company.
Right.
It's really important because it means you really burn your time.
Right, so let me summarize what we've just discussed. There are 3 main things you should start with once you are appointed as a marketing team lead. There's thing number 1, which is about understanding the communication in all the company. Then there is the second thing, which is connected with the buyer journey map. Next thing, you're going to match the communication in the company with the buyer journey map to align all the processes in the companies. And then you're going to build all the tasks based on this alignment, like the communication plus the buyer journey map. And then you start working on all the daily activities that your marketing team does. So, sounds easy, right?
Yeah.
But is it really so?
No.
Definitely not. So, Greg, are you planning to share some other secrets with us, probably somewhere in the nearest future?
Probably.
Good. So let us wait for that. If you don't want to miss a single video from Dashly YouTube channel, and here we share lots of secrets, not only for marketing, but also for sales and support teams. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video so that other people who are about to step into the marketing are going to watch it as well. See you in the next videos.
See you guys.